Since we came out with the adjustable drivers, you know, I've always played the adjustable ones. For some reason, they fit me better. It's easier to get yourself fitted into the driver. I just think you can fine tune it a lot better to get it to fit yourself exactly how you want it.
Okay, so that was world number one, Dustin Johnson, talking about the new TaylorMade M3 driver, which is the driver we expect to see him using in 2018. He's obviously a big fan. He's a big fan of some of these new technologies that we've got going on. We've got twist face, we've got a new Y-track, we've got hammerhead technology, all, you know, really, really cool things, which we learnt about more at the launch event in Carlsbad, which we've just got back from. So let's go over to the launch event now just to get some of the finer details about twist face, hammerhead, Y-track, how it's all going to help us play better golf. Let's go over to California.
This is the insight that we pulled from the data. Essentially, when players were hitting shots on the toe, or when they hit it on the toe, the face is a little bit more closed to their path than when they hit it out of the center. So the face is a little bit more closed. And when the face is a little bit more closed, the ball is spinning really low and it's ending up a little bit on the left side, or for a right-handed player, left. Same thing on the heel, low heel shots. Players are bringing the face into impact slightly more open to their path than it was when they hit it out of the center. Aha, that's it. So now that we know that we can't create these curvatures of the face the same way we've been doing it before. So that is what led us to the solution. And you're about to see what is the next great innovation from TaylorMade, and it's called twist face. Now, what I'd like you to do is take the bag in front of you, pull out the face that's within there, and you will see something that you've probably never seen before. So that's been magnified to exaggerate sort of the twist in the face, but that's exactly what we're doing. So take that high toe shot. What happens in the high toe shot? It spins really low and it ends up left. So we twisted the top toe back to add a little bit more loft, and it started get it going a little bit more right, or less left. Same thing on the low heel. We're trying to kill some of the spin, so we de-loft it a bit more, and we're trying to get it to go less right. So we bring it back, we close it a little bit more, and twist that face, so we counteract the shots for what golfers are doing, not what a robot would do. So for us, the problem, you know, became clear. Robots, the design technique that is done today across all drivers, and even the drivers that it would claim the highest inertia on the market. Inertia is fantastic. We like it. We try to increase it all the time. That creates ball speed protection. It does not solve straight. And so that technique to create bulge and roll is flawed, because what golfers are doing is completely different, and they do it on average, and they do it across a massive population. And so the solution is quite simple on the surface, which is twist face. And so in the very simple form, twist face is about longer, straighter shots. We know that straighter is longer, and twist face is the solution to it.
Okay, so that was Brian's introduction, if you like, to why they've introduced some of these new technologies, what are the thought processes behind them. But we actually caught with him a little bit later on at the launch event just to get a few more details on about the finer details on how this technology is going to work, how it's going to help you, play better golf, and how it's going to really make you notice some differences between, the M3 and the M4 driver compared to the old M1 and M2 driver. So let's go back to Brian just to get some of those finer details.
In the new M3 driver, the single biggest groundbreaking technology that's in it is called twist face. Second to twist face is we have the hammerhead slot. It's right in the bottom of the sole of the driver. And that's designed to give you more ball speed on a larger area of the face, and it actually drops a little bit of the spin. So both things help provide more distance. And the last thing in M3 is this new Y-track. We've basically been able to kind of flip the T-track from the M1. We've garnered enough weight from using carbon fiber, 5-layer carbon fiber, to create this unrestricted Y-track where 22 grams of weight can move throughout to create draw, fade, higher or lower. We're moving the CG a significant amount throughout, and there's 1,000 combinations of settings to fit the golfer and personalize the golf club for you.
So thanks for that, Brian. You know, like I say, Brian is the top man when it comes to new TaylorMade clubs. You know, he used to be the head of Metalwoods, but now he's their vice president of product creation, if you like. So he's overseeing a lot of what's going on at TaylorMade. You know, he's really well respected guy, so we appreciate his time out in California the other week. So what does Dustin Johnson make of this new driver then? We're going to see him using it on tour. You know, is he a big fan of this technology? How's it helping him hit more fairways? You know, what does he think about the adjustability? We had some one-to-one time with him out in the launch event at California, so let's go back to DJ and get some more details from him.
I really like the driver. I like it better than the one we had last year. You know, I think it's much better than the M1 and M2. So, you know, I'm excited to see. I've picked up a little bit of distance with it. You know, I felt like it's going really straight, so I'm really excited about playing it this year.
So we also saw DJ hitting the M3 driver actually on the range, which was absolutely fantastic to see, you know, in the flesh. This guy is an absolute machine. He's a bit of a freak, if you like, the way he can create so much club head speed and smash the ball a mile. So let's go and see DJ hitting the M3 driver and telling us a little bit more about his numbers.
First seeing it, obviously it's different than what we're used to, you know, the typical driver or how it's been, but you know, first impressions after especially, you know, listening to you talk about it was, you know, it made sense. You know, and anything that can help with your miss hits, because golf is all about your misses, how good they are. I'd love to say that I hit it in the middle of the face all the time, but I don't.
Yeah, I found it pretty interesting when I asked you how many perfect drives you hitting around a golf.
Usually 0.
Okay, so I think it's fair to say that Dustin Johnson is a big fan of this M3 driver, and I'm sure we're going to see him putting it into play in 2018. We haven't had a chance to, you know, really do some in-depth testing ourselves with the M3 driver, but we are going to be doing that over the next few weeks. We'll be out in Abu Dhabi doing a lot of warm weather testing. So, you know, stay tuned for that. That will be coming your way soon, so we can, you know, unpick some of the performance benefits for mid-handicap golfers like myself. We have tested out the M4 driver, which is the replacement to the M2, so check that out on our website and YouTube channel. Let us know what you think of that, but just let us know what your first impressions are of the M3. Do you like the looks and the design? Do you like the new colour schemes? Do you like that sort of like grey and black combination on the crown? How's that working for you? You know, are you thinking that there's no way you're going to be switching from your existing M1 driver? You just much prefer the black and white? What do you think about that Y track? Do you think that's going to be helpful for you? So please post in the comments below if you've got any more questions about the SRPs or the specs or the shaft options, any more on how the adjustability works, how the technology works. Please post them below. We will get back to you as soon as we can. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.